There are a ton of different items in the Roblox game Rivals. We have the bow, the shorty, the grenade. There's also the Molotov and the sniper and the scythe. There's tons of different weapons. But some of the most underrated ones, in my opinion, are the melee. And this video is going to be all about how to use the melee knife to its fullest potential. This weapon is kind of hard to use if you don't know how, but if you do know how, it is crazy strong. So, starting off, the knife deals 40 damage with a normal hit, and if you do a right click, it'll play a different animation. So as you can see, if I hold down left click, it deals damage. If I right click, which is what you have to do to backstab, it will deal 40 damage unless you're behind the target and you actually stab them in the back. As you can see, I'm dealing 150, which is the max health for anybody, so that will one-shot them. Now, for some reason, the knife is also really buggy, as in, it has a lot of range. So I can hit up here, and as you can see, I'm getting a backstab. I'm not aiming near them, I'm even pushed up against the wall, and I'm still hitting them. The range for this is massive, too. Like, look, I'm not even facing them. Like, I could just be walking around and somehow get the stab. I don't know the full range, but the game should not allow you to be aiming here and stab them. You can also aim at your feet sometimes, aim really high up. I'm getting a ton of backstabs. I'm not even facing their back. I'm aiming over here. So this may let you, I guess, be like maybe even behind a wall. I once got a collateral while behind a wall. I don't even know how I did it, but as you can see, I'm mostly behind the wall, and I'm hitting a backstab. So, just so that you know, the knife's range is massive, and you can always abuse that to get backstabs. And now for the real strategy. This is the bread and butter of this weapon, and that is the slide back, or backslide. The backslide just means you have to hold S, or your back movement, and your slide. And then you slide backwards. It's nothing special, just sliding backwards. But, for some reason, if you slide backwards and right-click to hit an enemy, you will almost always get a backstab. So here's the guy. I slide backwards and I right-click, 150 damage. Here's this guy. I slide backwards and I right-click. I was even in front of him, and I got 150 damage. Now, there were some really strong strategies with this weapon, and the strongest one that I've found is if the enemy doesn't know that you know that they're there. What I mean by that is if somebody's following you, let's say, behind me, this person is following me. Okay, I know that, but they don't know that I know, if that makes sense. All you have to go and do is they won't be expecting you. They'll just expect you to run away. But if you quickly do a backslide stab, then you almost always get them. I've gotten so many kills like this, it's really fun. Just to recap though, slide backwards and right click. You can sometimes stab through walls because the game lets you do that. And have a nice day.